I'm gonna show y'all how to make a sunburst sunflower granny square. It's super easy, beginner friendly. I've been getting lots of requests to do crochet tutorials. This is the granny square I used to make this vest. I plan on doing a tutorial on this next. That's actually what I'm making all of these granny squares for. I used it to make this cardigan, bags. Here's another one. So I'm gonna do my best to show y'all how to make this. You're gonna need 4 colors to start. These are the colors that I chose. It's acrylic yarn from Hobby Lobby. You'll also need a crochet hook. This is a 5.5. Honestly, this is the one I use for all of my projects. You'll also want a crochet needle just to sew in the ends once you're finished, and also just some scissors. Granny square consists of 4 rounds, so we're gonna be starting with this center round first. You're gonna start with your yarn, and I just loop it around my fingers like this to tie it on my crochet hook. Once you do that, you can chain 4. And if you crochet a lot, then you can do a magic ring. Once I found out about chaining 4, I never went back. You're going to slip stitch in the first chain that you made, which is just pulling the yarn through both of them. As you do that, you're going to chain 3. Whoops. And this chain 3 is going to count as 1 double crochet. Now you're going to do 15 double crochets into the center right here. And to do a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, go through the middle, and then pull through these 2 loops. And then you're going to pull through these 2 loops. And then that's how you make a double crochet. And now you're going to do that 14 more times. And once you get to the end, you should have a little tail, and you can just pull that tight and it'll pull that center closed. Then you should have 16 stitches all the way around, and then you're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. Now round 1 is completed and we can cut our yarn. We're going to start on round 2. You're going to take your next color, and I like to insert my hook in the next chain over from where we ended, and I pull through that color, and then I take both of my ends and pull them to the front so that I can work over them and I won't have to weave in as much of my ends at the end. So now that we've done that, we're going to chain 2. And then we are going to start working on our puff stitches, and we're going to do 16 puff stitches all the way around. And to make a puff stitch, you're going to yarn over and then go through that same stitch we just did our chain on, and then pull up, yarn over, pull up, and then yarn over, pull up again. And then we're going to pull through all of those loops and then chain 1. And we're going to do that again. So we're going to yarn over, go into the next chain, pull up, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up again, and then go through all of them, and then chain 1. And then we're going to do that all the way around. Once you've made it all the way around, you should have 16 puff stitches, and then you are going to end by slip stitching into this chain space right here. And so you're just going to do that. Done, and you can cut your yarn. I'm posting part 2 right after this, so go watch it. My video was just getting too long.